Hello, and welcome back to another beautiful episode of Andy's Toolbox. In this episode, we're going to be getting to the bottom of some build progress on one of my projects and a necessary tool that I picked up to do some of that work that needs to be done. Okay, in this episode, we're going to talk about the 90-degree mini die grinder. This is a Chinese grinder, um, cheap grinder, eBay special, and I only paid about $70 for this grinder. And in my honest opinion, the quality is pretty decent for the price that you're paying. These grinders are a special order item, and they go for over $100 to $200 for brand name grinders. The only problem that I had with this was the fitting was a strange fitting. It didn't fit the traditional air chuck, so I had to adapt on a piece of rubber hose and clamp it on there. But other than that, the quality is good. Let's see, that's the brand. Uh, will it fit into any 50cc cylinder uh, or smaller? No. Um, it did come with some grinding bits. This one set and some wrenches for tightening and those stone grinders. You may wonder, why am I always huddled in this corner, cramped for space? Well, it's because I got a bunch of projects going on, and yes, my workbench is a fucking clusterfuck, uh, cluttered with all kinds of shit most of the time. I clear it off the best that I can to do these videos, and my shop basically is likened to my workbench most of the time. So this is what I am tripping over behind me most of the time. This is a project I've been sitting on for about uh, going on 4 years now. I work on it when I can, but most of the time I'm working on my car. Uh, yes, that fender is not painted, and neither is this door, but the rest of the car is. So I'm just finishing out some body work, as you can see down there by the tire. I had to pull a major dent out there, and I got to repaint those two uh, body panels. Anyway, back to the video. I have been getting some progress, major progress done on my bike, and since those panels need to be painted, I thought I would get the work done on my bike. You know, get that out of the way because there's a lot of welding that needs to be done. Because I am obviously swapping the engine for a two-stroke. It was a four-stroke, and I'm swapping the engine out. So there was a lot of welding that needed to be done and alignment and whatnot. It was a real pain in the neck, and I thought I would get that done while the uh, those body panels were still naked, so I didn't damage my car or anything while I'm in here working. So I've been doing bike work for the past couple months, and I needed to clean the cylinder up before I get the bike flipped back over and start putting it back together. And yes, it will fit this cylinder because, well, this cylinder is a 90cc. It's not your traditional 50. Uh, I didn't do the boneheaded mistake of buying a 50cc engine, two-stroke, to bore it up and all that fucking BS. I bought a 90cc crate engine, and it was just cheaper that way. and more economical, and I get more power in the long run. And I'm just running this stock cylinder, so I got to clean it up because, of course, you know, these Chinese cylinders are not too great from the casting process, you know, to the bike. So they don't do any cleaning up this cylinder. I think all they do is hone it out. Uh, but yes, this grinder will fit inside of a 90cc cylinder. Uh, Barely. And you will have to trim down these bits with your angle grinder so that they sit down further and you can fit the tool in to get into the ports. But yes, this tool I do recommend if you have a displacement larger than 70 cc's. I say again, guys, do not buy this grinder if you have a small 50cc engine or smaller than 90 cc's. This grinder works good on big displacement two strokes, not on little cookie cutter engines. So um, I do recommend this grinder. I haven't fired it up, sorry, yet. I have a Harbor Freight version of this straight one, and that thing is kicked ass now for 3, 4 years. I have used it and abused it. I've popped the hose from too much pressure. I have it stitched together in several places. It's terrible, and but it still works. And as long as you keep it oiled, it buzzes like a chainsaw. So I expect the same quality from this Chinese die grinder. And for the price, for eBay special, get on that. You know, if you have a big displacement two-stroke engine, uh, get on it. You know, I mean, it's a good deal, and it will clean up your two-stroke cylinders. Uh, Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Andy's Toolbox. Keep in mind that even with the 90cc, you will have to trim your bits down so it'll fit into the cylinder. Uh, like, comment, subscribe. Uh, Please feel free to tell me what you think about my video and add input if you have anything interesting to say. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.